Hi guys, it's me, Skeptical Nessie. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very busy episode, lots to do. So I think we're just gonna jump right into it. The first thing that I want to do is actually get these villager trade set, which, oh, hello. Yeah, we don't want that. If I break this, place it. Come on, my man. Let's... Oh, Silk Touch. Just realized I don't even have emeralds or paper, so that should probably be our first priority. It's getting this guy set up on his trades. Bread is not bad, but I would rather have carrots as the first trade for him, so come over here, sir. Taters. We want carrots. Carrots and potatoes is pretty good. Let's go grab the carrots or potatoes from over here. Hello, sir. Should also do some cleaning up today. There are random chests full of stuff everywhere. I really should tidy those up. I don't know that I actually will, but I should. I think there is a hoe. Yeah, here's a hoe. And we got the bucket on us. Yep. Let's grab some water. And let's grab some of all of these except for the pumpkins and melons. I'm gonna do that. Pumpkins and melons last. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is lay out the paths. Just heard a zombie thrown at me. Because it'll be a lot easier to know where I want to put the crops if I know where the paths are going to be. Alright, so I've done the basic pathing, which, oh, my W key is a little screwed up right now. Okay, but I've done the basic pathing, which I know looks a little strange on this side right now, particularly because none of the houses are there. But there'll be a house here. There's going to be a house over here. Over here. And then way over here in the corner is the last house. And then right here in the center is going to be the greenhouse. So let's just sleep so things don't spawn. And let's get some crops laid in. Kind of thinking in front of this guy's house, because he's a farmer, would be a good place to put some crops. So, going to just pop some water in here. And make some spruce trapdoors. I'm actually winging this part. I haven't done anything in creative for the crops, so we'll see how it turns out. There we go. And that might be too far away. Yeah, that's too far away. So let's add a water source under here. I actually made this in here an infinite water source when I was building this house. For this particular reason, actually. Able to that. Actually expand this. There's going to be a gate in this wall at some point. Probably right. Probably right here makes the most sense. So I don't want to... The gate would come in this way, around. The path would go around like this and then connect through. Yeah, so... we can push the crops back a little bit further. That is going to mean adding another water source. Alright, that should do that. Actually don't want this right here. I'm going to put the dirt back there. So I want this to be... yeah, I want the gate to be right there in the center. And I want this to have a decent sized path. Okay. Oh, he planted some carrots. No, he planted some wheat. Where did you even get wheat seeds from, sir? Yeah, that's the real question here. Okay. We're gonna plant carrots in this patch. And I think that should actually be good for now. No, I don't have any wheat seeds, which I do not understand. But whatever. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do is add in some more pathing. And we're going to add that gate in there. We've got this guy's little garden ready to go, and he's over here tending to it. But we've really got to wait for the crops to grow before we can do trades with him and get some emeralds. So while we're waiting for these crops to grow, I'm going to go ahead and start on the next house, which is the one that's going to be right here. I think we'll have to move this light source, which won't be too big of a problem. But we'll double check that everything is still spawn proof before we call it a day. I just saw some iron over there and it sidetracked me. Anyway, let's get to on building this house. But before we can do that, I think we actually have to collect some resources because, yeah, I don't have very much left of anything. Actually, we're going to have a quick change of plans because I've got all of these chests spread out all over the world. I don't even know what resources I have anymore, so I'm going to organize everything back into the barn, find the resources we do have, and then we will get to building the house. So, enjoy this quick montage of me running around like a headless chicken and emptying out all the chests I've created on this world so far. Alright, so I went and I got all of the resources that we have available for this build that we're going to need. The one thing we don't have enough of is moss blocks, dark oak, and the birch. So actually, we don't need to do that much resource collecting for this episode, just a little bit of birch, moss, and dark oak. I have been fighting with this guy. He really wants to plant beetroots. So every time I see a beetroot, I'm removing it and composting the seeds because I forgot this when I originally planted the garden for him and I actually gave him some beetroots. But if they have beetroots, for some reason, they will eventually convert the entire farm into beetroots. It's maybe because they grow faster. I have no idea. So every time I see this man plant beetroot, I am destroying it. And eventually his inventory will only have carrots, potatoes, and wheat in it. And I'm honestly thinking that I'm not going to let him have wheat either. At least not for now. Because I really want the carrots. Primarily the carrots. But I'm okay with the potatoes as well. So for now, if he plants beetroots or wheat, I'm going to be destroying it, and he's going to be forced to plant the things I want. So. Start planting carrots, man. Start planting carrots. Anyway, let's go collect the few things that we actually do need. I'm going to start with the birch and dark oak, because those are the closest to me. And we'll go on from there. So I went and I chopped down a whole bunch of trees, which means we have all of the wood that we need to build this house. I also made a cauldron and finished up the stone bricks. So the only thing left to do is to go get some moss, which means we got to go on a little trip. Let me check on this guy and make sure he hasn't been planting beetroots behind my... I don't see any beetroots. You're converted to carrots and taters now? Good guy. Good guy. I think I composted every single beetroot seed that I owned on accident. Oh well. We can find more eventually, I'm sure. Anyway, let's go over and get the moss that we need. Oh, iron. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Ouch. My boots is gone! I thought my sword broke and I was like, what? But it wasn't my sword. Just my boots. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk on you. Okay, we gotta stop singing. Hey, Sid. Yeah? Should be so nice if my keyboard wasn't screwed up. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. No. I'm gonna die because of my keyboard. Oh! There's Skulk down there. A lot of my stuff is gone and I have no idea. Oh, here we go. Can't. My boots were already broke. It just leaves. My taters? No, I found my taters. Okay. We got everything. Alright, so we have managed to get the moss that we need with just a couple of deaths. Let's check on our guy over here with the beetroots and see if he's given up his beetroot farming ways. Yeah, I don't see... I just realized there are no... There's nothing protecting my villagers from turning into witches. I'm gonna have to think about how to do that. Alright, and with just a few deaths while out there collecting moss, we are now ready to build this house. I will say the one I'm building today is absolutely one of my favorites out of all of the villager houses. So let's get started on it, and you can see how absolutely adorable it is. So let's check on our guy over here. It looks like he got the memo and he's no longer trying to grow beetroots, which is awesome. So, the only thing missing from this house currently is actually the front door and obviously a villager. But I also included all of this storage for enchanted books because I thought it might actually be a nice way to use these bookshelves. I haven't had a chance to use them much. Oh, and I was also gonna do something with the roof there. Okay, let's go grab some carrots really quick because I have run out of food again. Hello. Okay, let's go grab some oak, and then we're gonna have to grow a mangrove for the front door. But luckily I actually have a propagule that I got last episode. So. Village, shall we do it out here? I'm kind of wondering, in the comments you can let me know, how many of you guys routinely use mangrove wood? I don't use it very often because I find the process of chopping them down to be fairly laborious, and I tend to just find other woods that fit my color palette over trying to use mangrove because of the process of trying to cut them down. Like, I think there's a log in here somewhere, but I don't know where it's at, so we're just gonna have to excavate the tree until we find it. There it is. Okay, and there must be one over here. That is the nice thing about this texture pack, is that the leaves change when they're not in contact with the wood anymore. It makes it pretty easy to tell where the logs are hiding. And that door completes the third of the villager houses. Before we end today's episode, I actually want to add a little farm out back here as well. So let me grab my shovel, and we're going to just a path like this. Right in here, I'm going to that dirt. Going to clear out all of these grass and add another farm. I don't actually know if the villagers will use this. Actually, I think I'll fence it in so they can't use it, and then I'm going to plant it with wheat. And that way I'll have some wheat, but the villagers won't actually be able to destroy the crops I want them to plant and replace them with carrots. We'll take this. We're gonna need some fences. We're actually gonna need some fence gates. Well, use focus for the sticks. Alright, so we got the wheat growing in there. That's gonna look really cute when it grows up. And the last thing that I want to do in this episode is actually to break a hole in the wall over here so that the pathway is connected. Like that. Actually even might. Yes, I like that a lot. And so we leave our quaint little village in a peaceful rainy night, and we will return next week to build a greenhouse. So far they haven't made a baby. We might have to encourage them more to make babies, but that'll be something for next episode. Thank you so much for joining me. Can't wait to see you. Bye!